Hi guys, hello, hi. So I just want to start off, actually this video, as you can already tell, is starting off a little bit differently, but I just want to say that this video is going to be different because I haven't planned for my video today. So just going to give you like the real, of what's been going on, and why this video is today, in fact, the way that it is, with no structure. So yeah, where do I start? So I've been going through a few things, and I think it's really important for me to be transparent with you guys. And I'm all about growth, I'm all about mindset, I'm all about looking after yourself, and elevating, right? But I think it's really important to honor all phases of yourself and all seasons, right? And I'm a very positive person, okay? But I also do have my down times and my down days. So yeah, some stuff has been coming to the surface for me, that I've had to really like pay attention to and unpack. And it's been quite heavy. Let me just, sorry, I just have to make sure my crystal is on show. But yeah, it's been like quite heavy stuff. So right, so Friday, we had the full moon, right? And I decided that I was gonna release, right? I was gonna do one of like my little rituals. And I did. I wrote down the things that I wanted to release. Now, throughout the week, the trajectory of the week, it started off great, but energetically I was a bit like meh, because us women, we go through things and Mother Nature comes and stuff, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but got through the week anyway, and physically, I'd started to feel like a lot better, but energetically wise, like my vibration wasn't lifting, wasn't raising. So yeah, I was paying attention, obviously, to the things I was feeling like throughout the week, and what was kind of like coming to the surface for me. And like there was a lot of moments last week where I just like felt like moments of like sadness and stuff. And it's really important for me to pay attention to how I'm feeling inside, right? Because I believe, I know, like you have to deal with the things that arise, and if you submerge them, especially for myself, if I submerge how I'm feeling and bury it, then it will show up in different aspects of my life where it's not supposed to, right? So I've trained myself now to listen to myself and to understand, and then to find the time to unpack. So yeah, throughout the week I was just being very mindful and paying attention to certain things that was like coming up to the surface for me, certain wounds that needed attending to. And then we had the full moon on Friday, so I was like, right, I'm going to take this time and I'm going to be intentional about this time, and I'm going to write down some things that, I really want to release, because like I'm saying, things have like been coming up to the surface for me. So I did that, and I've written down some things that I wanted to release, and I went into my garden on the night time. And the moon, if you saw the moon on Friday night, it was so big and bright and orange. Oh, it was just like so powerful, right? So I'd done exactly that, and like I'd like burnt my paper and stuff, and like was being intentional with it, and that was like cool, I'm releasing. But what I wasn't prepared for was the aftermath of that. And I've done this like many times before, where I've like released things like when it's full moons and things like that, and I'm not really too like I don't do it all of the time, but I felt really compelled to do it, so I did. But then Saturday, which was yesterday, like I woke up and it was like the weight of the world was just on me, and I was like, damn, this is heavy, So initially what I tried to do was distract myself from it, because it was really heavy, and I was like, I got things to do today, you know. I don't, I will find the time to unpack this, but for now I need to crack on with my day. And how the day flowed, it showed to me, no, it was really highlighted to me, like, no, like, you need to take some time today, like, you've got to deal with this, you need to pay attention to what's going on. And I was out shopping actually, and I had like this wave, and I just wanted to cry. And the thing is, like, I'm not really like a big crier like that. Like, I've definitely had seasons where like I am, but I cry more like with things that like are overwhelmed, like positive emotions kind of thing. But I really, there was just like this sadness, right? And it was like really like an emotional wave. So yesterday was just a day, and again, normally like I plan and I do this and I do that, and you know, I have like my routines, right? Because Saturday is like my first day of the week, really. Well, after like my working week, you know what I mean? Like I'm able to like crack on and action things. But yeah, like the things that I had intentionally written down and I was intentionally releasing, I really had to then take some time to release. And I can't lie, like, it was, you know, a very overwhelming day. The day flew by, but it was like a very overwhelming day. And, you know, I come to so many like realizations, and I'm not complaining about it, because again, this was my intention, this is what I wanted, this is what I was praying for, because there's certain things that needed to be released, because I'm evolving, right? I'm growing, like, and I can't move forward in a sense with certain things from my past that still like hold me back. So yeah, I was really just paying attention to how I was feeling and the waves of emotions that was coming over me, and the releasing that I needed to honor. I just had to do that yesterday. Hence why, you know, I didn't get my planning done. And to be quite honest with you, I wasn't sure on whether to even post a video today. You know, I was like, right, okay, well, today I'll do my planning, and then if I can, I'll try and, you know, get it all together, and I'll try and put it out tonight, or if not tonight, it will be tomorrow. And then I was like, you know what, no, like, I just have to show up, and I have to commit. And you know me, I'm all about authenticity. And you know, I think it's important to remember life is life, you know, and you're not always going to feel great, and that's okay. But yesterday really served me, because again, I'm propelling, right? I'm moving forward. And if I don't attend to certain wounds that are showing up, how are they ever going to heal, right? How are they ever going to become a scar? And like I said, with myself, I'm very aware that if I do submerge how I'm feeling, it will show up in different areas. But it was very painful, and it was very heavy. But I'm feeling lighter today. It's still weighing, there's still a weight, but the weight isn't as heavy as what it was yesterday, because now it's a process, right? I've identified things, I've been able to unpack things, you know, my journal. Oh, my hand was hurting so much yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like poured out everything. But again, it's like a release for me. And funnily enough, actually, at the beginning of last week, I went to meet up with one of my friends, and it was such like a good link up, you know what I mean? We had such a great catch up, and you know, he's a great person, so you know, great company. But it's funny actually, he said to me, he was like, how do you do it? Like, how do you like accept things and just keep moving? He was like, you know, and he knows a lot of, you know, things that have happened in my past and things like that. So you know, he's basically saying like, you know, I've got emotional maturity, you know what I mean? And he was like, how do you do it? And, you know, my first response to him was, I pray. And I do, like, that's the real of it. But it also made me think, like, actually, what are the steps that I do take when to be able to keep moving forward and not kind of like stay in a place of dwelling, or you know, I don't want to say stagnancy, but in that, you know, low vibrational space. And yeah, this weekend, yesterday, has really shown me actually, like, there are certain steps that I do take, in terms of like, I do listen to myself, and I do allow the feelings I sit with my feelings, I sit with how it is that I'm feeling, because emotions pass, right? And when you sit with them, you're able to feel them passing in a way. You're able to like understand the passing of the emotions, like this is what's coming up right now, this is how I'm feeling right now. And then when it passes, like I said, I've got to today and I'm a bit lighter, you know. It's still heavy, there's still a weight, but I'm a bit lighter. So yeah, you know, I say that to say this, like, I'm with you, you know, and I'm praying for everybody at the moment who, you know, if you may have like a heavy heart or you may be going through things, you may also be going through similar things like me where you like releasing and, you know, certain rooms that you are required to be in, or that you evolve, when you evolve and then you walk into, like there's certain things, man, that you have to let go, you know, can't come with you. And me and my best friend actually was meant to go and get donuts last night, you know what I mean? Because I got 51 subscribers now, so thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone that is locked in with me and tapping in with me. But you know, I'm really about, you know, small wins, celebrating small wins is something that's important to me and something that I have, you know, implemented in my life. So that's exactly what I was meant to do last night. I was meant to go and get donuts to celebrate the small little win. But I really wasn't feeling it. And, you know, all day I'd been trying to get myself back into a vibration where I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to going to get donuts. And, you know, it come to the evening time and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to go out of the house. So anyways, I called her and it was so fruitful because, you know, she's like, I'm just so glad, girlie, that you're taking the time that you need for yourself today. And she's like, but we are definitely still going to get donuts, like we need to celebrate. And this was my first little milestone that I've like reached in like my little plan, right? And I'm like, if I can do it once, I can do it again, I can do it again, and I can do it again, right? So anyways, that was the plan. We was gonna go get donuts to celebrate the small win. You know, I felt so drained emotionally, that I needed the time to just continue to just be, right? But anyways, yeah, so like, you know, I'd called her and, you know, and we chopped it up and was on the phone for a minute, to be fair, you know, having such a fruitful conversation. But again, like, I'm so grateful because, you know, she really held that space for me. And this is what, you know, she's like, she listens with no judgment, you know what I mean? Like, and she really just allows me to just speak. And I wasn't even expecting to like get into it, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, yeah, like, can we go and get donuts a different day, kind of thing. But you know, she always holds space for me, and we got into it. And even though I was so drained, like, having the conversation with her and then, you know, coming off the phone, like, she had really poured into me. Sorry, don't know what's going on, it's all coming up. But yeah, she really poured into me and helped to refill my cup, do you know what I mean? So Anissa, girl, I love you so much. But yeah, so Monday, so tomorrow, we are going to get donuts, do you know what I mean? Like, we've committed to yeah, our little donut date to celebrate our small wins. But also as well, like, I just want to say, like, you know, yeah, if you are in the midst of it and you are going through things or things are heavy, please be kind to your mind and please give yourself grace. And, you know, on the back of my friend's question the other day of, you know, what are the things that I do? I sit with it and I do exactly that. I be kind to my mind and I give myself grace. And there's been a lot of work that I've been doing in terms of like, you know, previous versions of me that have accepted things or, you know, allowed certain things to continue, where now again it's coming up to the surface and I'm heavy, you know, it's a weight for me. So yeah, lots of unpacking that your girl has done, but also as well, you know, throughout my day, like I said, like, I continuously praying, regardless whether you believe or not. I do. So, you know, there's certain things that I was like praying for, and my little sister, actually, Olivia, she's just such an angel. She's such an angel. And I was in the midst of it yesterday, like full on tears, right? It was like a waterfall, guys. It just kept streaming, kept streaming, kept streaming. And next thing you know, this girl is outside. She's like outside, she's like, hey sister, you know, I got some gifts for you, you know what I mean? I just pulled up on you, got some gifts for you. So I'm like, okay. It's for me. What have I done to deserve this? You know what I mean? So anyways, went outside to the car that you're coming in. She was like, no, I got places to be. Like, girl, come outside because I'm not staying long. So I was like, okay. And she'd bought me like this Kit Kat that I've never tried before because it's like milk chocolate and white chocolate. And like a big massive bottle of water because you know hydration is key. And she was just like, yeah, and I was like, what have I done to deserve this? And she was like, nothing. Like, I was just at the shop and I was thinking about you, and so here you go. And again, like, she had no idea that I was literally in my house sobbing my heart out, right? Like, big baby, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Give myself grace. But again, in that moment, it reminded me, right? Like, life's good. This is just a heavy day. It's not a heavy forever, and I'm loved, right? And I'm appreciated. And I appreciate everybody that I do have in my life, you know what I mean? So, but then the same thing happened today. I was like, God damn, little did she know, you know what I mean? Like, I was releasing again, and like, I'm getting ready, and I was getting really frustrated with myself because I was trying to get ready because I knew that I had to record my video. But again, streams, you know, waterfalls, and I'm like trying to dab my eyes away, you know, like I'm trying to do my makeup. So I'm getting really frustrated with myself at the time. Next thing you know, message on my phone, Miss Olivia again, and she was like, girl, like, she's so funny. She was like, girl, you know, open your door, you know what I mean? There's a little gift for you. So I'm like, again, like, what have I done? Another little gift, and I open my door, guys. And you know what she bought me? She bought me a watermelon. Oh my gosh. So I've been doing like a bit of a fast, a cleanse the past few days. This month I've not really had an appetite, but I was really craving like sweet things. So for me, I'm like, these parasites, not good, gots to go. And I knew that it was like craving for like sweet things, because when I was going to the shop and I'm thinking, I want a bit of chocolate, you know what I mean? That is what I need right now. I'm going to the shop and nothing is like popping out to me, nothing is appealing. Like, I'm looking at all of these chocolates, even the ones that normally are my faves, I'm gonna go to, not fancying it. So yeah, from that I was like, right, okay, I just need to just do a bit of a cleanse. So yeah, I've just been eating watermelon for like, it's like 5 days now. But I told her yesterday, I was like, girlie, because you know, she's like a health babe, do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's really on her like health and nutrition. So I was like, yeah, you know, that's what I've been eating. Then she turned up and rocked up today without me knowing, put a watermelon on my doorstep. And again, like, I was in the midst of it, and she doesn't even know, and you know what, she probably won't even watch this video, but she does not even know how her acts of kindness, how they uplifted me and meant the world to me. So again, another message, you know what I mean? Just be kind. Just pay it forward, just be kind, leave with love, because you never know what people are going through, right? And even the most positive people, you know, go through heavy times. So yeah, that's just my message for you today. You know, lead with love, lead with kindness, and even with yourself, lead with love and lead with kindness. And if you are going through anything, or if things are surfacing, deal with them. Yeah, don't submerge them. Don't bury them. Because it won't benefit you, it won't serve you. It will show up later on down the line, probably even more aggressively. So yeah, just take your time, be kind to your mind, and do whatever it is that you need to do for you. Not everything that I do is going to be what, you know, it might not work for you, right? It might not be the thing that you need to do for you, but the more that you just try to figure out what is best for you, then yeah, you know, you're gonna keep going. So yeah, with that being said, you know, the discipline has got me through to making this video and to be putting it out there, because again, like, it's a bit more vulnerable, I suppose, a bit more personal to like more videos. But I really did feel this was on my chest it was on my heart to speak about it and to share it, because we're all human, you know, and we all go through it. And yes, I am positive, and of course I always want, you know, a positive message to come across, and I always want to be able to like plant the seed and, you know, pay it forward. However, you know, I have to be true to myself and I have to honor myself. And I think, yeah, I wanted to just be authentic. I didn't want to put a mask on and make out like I'm fine and that everything's great and that everything's good. Everything is great and everything is good, but yeah, emotions, do you know what I'm saying? Life, it happens. So yeah. Anyways, it's Sunday, so I hope you've taken some intentional time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely have. There's been, you know, a lot of intentional pouring in. And obviously munching on my beautiful watermelon that my sister bought me, and it's so sweet and so crunchy. It's just like, she picked the best one for me, you know what I'm saying? So, Olivia, thank you so much. She's not even gonna watch the video, but sis, I love you. I love you so much. All my siblings, I just love them. But yeah, another little reminder, please don't forget how powerful your intentions are, okay? Because like I said, I wrote my intentions, I burnt them, I released them, I let them go, but what I wasn't prepared for was the avalanche that was then over me. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for the weight of the world to be on my shoulders and having to unpack. But guess what? Life's life and it hits us with things. But we're more than equipped to be able to get through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I can do it, then guys, trust me, you definitely can. Okay? So just believe in yourself, just have faith in yourself and be kind to yourself and be kind to others, man. Like I'm saying, pay it forward, lead with love. But yeah, and also as well, another little thing that I did this morning, because I woke up tearful this morning, but the first thing that I did was went outside. Number one, get some fresh air, just breathe. And like, I have a lovely garden, I have a beautiful big tree, so you know, when I spent some time on my tree. But also I wrote in my gratitude journal, okay? So I wrote in my gratitude book because I think it's so, so, so important and underrated when you're going through things. Like, count your blessings, be grateful for the things that are going right in your life. And really honor those things, you know. I was, you know, wrote in there today how grateful I am for my little sister, for, you know, in the midst of prayer, in the midst of tears, and there she is showing up like the angel that God has just sent to me, you know, the fruitful conversations, you know, that my friend Anissa, you know what I mean, or a big thing in my gratitude journal for her this morning, because again, like, just holding space, holding time, just holding me in her heart. You know, there's so many people that I'm so grateful for that have been mentioned in my gratitude journal today, but it was really important for me to sit and spend some intentional time counting my blessings, right? So that's another little tip and trick, you know, that I do and that I do use, that is in my toolbox, and yeah, I've definitely used that as a tool in order to be able to, yeah, help me see the day differently, because it's all about our minds, right? And I'm very aware of how powerful my mind is, and I'm very aware of that I'm able to shift my perspective, right? But also when things arrive, like, I do have to deal with them. So yeah, amigos, thank you so much for watching this video. If you managed to get through it, like, I'm so sorry, because I feel like I definitely have waffled a little bit, but like I'm saying, it's important for me to be transparent, you know what I'm saying? We're all about owning our authenticity around here, yeah? So yeah, I'm not no clown, I'm not putting on no mask and fronting to my peeps, do you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, good vibes are on the way, you know, because I do still have good vibes in me, yeah? Even though I've been feeling a bit emotional, like, the good vibes are still within. So don't worry, I'm still sending them. But yeah, amigos, good vibes are on the way from me to you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.